Welcome to Conscious Capitalism Press by Dara Halidi Al-Ahmadi and Zain Hashemi. Karl Marx and Frederick Engels are the two buffoons that made the Communist Manifesto in 1848. It is the abolition of private property.
First of all, if private property is abolished, no one is going to work because it seems like there's nothing to work for. Although Marx counter-argues this by saying that the working men don't have a country and you can't take away something from them they didn't have in the first place. Essentially, no more national differences because industrialization is the main focus, which increases standardized life. So all they do is work, which is poor management from his side. Basically, in Marx's own words, he said, "You reapproach us, therefore, with the intending to do away with a form of property, the necessary condition for whose existence is the non-existence of any property for the immense majority of society." In one word, you reapproach us, with intending to do away with your property. Precisely so, that is just what we intend to do, which is completely wrong, because there will be people who do more work than the other people, which is bad on the civilians and the people themselves. Basically, if someone who is already doing all the work gets the same amount of money as someone who didn't do anything at all, it will demotivate them and anger the hard workers. Furthermore, this would only lead to people quitting and or not working at all, which would eventually lead to the downfall of the country and the downfall of the citizens.
Communism goes against the thing Marx claims it is made to do. Marx says that communism's goal is to abolish social classes, but overthrowing the bourgeoisie is not giving equality to the citizens. They're contradicting the main idea of communism, which is that everyone will be treated equally. However, what Marx stated is that the proletariat and the bourgeoisie will just switch positions. The manifesto states, society as a whole is more and more splitting up into two great hostile camps, into two great classes directly facing each other, bourgeoisie and proletariat. If Marx is so against these classes antagonizing each other, why is he advocating for a plan that does the complete opposite of ending social classes as a whole? Let the ruling classes tremble at a communistic revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working men of all countries unite, says Marx. He's bringing up more problems than there already are. This is dangerous. It is inevitable for the proletariat to end up acting like the bourgeoisie when they feel like they have all the power.
Marx also stated, when therefore capital is converted into common property, into the property of all members of society, personal property is not thereby transformed into social property. It is only the social character of the property that is changed. It loses its class character. He also stated that the proletariat will use the political supremacy to wrest by degrees all capital from the bourgeois, centralize all instruments of production, enhance the state, an example of the proletariat organized as the ruling class, and to increase the total productive forces as rapidly as possible. This means means of production that are not privately owned cannot be exchanged. Therefore, no market prices can emerge. Without market prices, we don't get profits and losses. Without profits and losses, we don't learn whether or not we're using resources wisely, whether producing things consumers want more urgently, thereby earning more profits, or wastefully producing things consumers want less urgently and thereby earning losses. Profits and losses are more informative, not decisive. There are lots of things that might be financially profitable that you might find morally unacceptable. So the point is, communism failed because Bucharest communists are trying to guess and create fake market forces. Thus, since there are no natural influence to produce one good over the other, they're blindly guessing to which goods are most valuable, which won't work in the long run.